best wrangler I've ever seen, but there's more out there. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen, but there's more out there.
Ancestors guide your steps, Warden.
So the closer you live to the surface, the higher class you are. Unless you're actually on the surface.
You have come at a difficult time. Ozzamar is ailing for want of a king.
Of the hour. Support Lord Halen at your peril. Spread military draft.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
News of the hour. Lord Harrowmont entrenched in the past. How long can he ignore that Ozzamar must change to survive?
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
Speak, then.
Right.
On it.
Go.
Alright, that's all it takes then.
Too fast for you! And I'm off. Let's make this quick! What? Ha-ha! Yes.
Good to go!
Grab some glory! You need help?
You idiot. This isn't the vault.
Now let's
We have to get out of here.
Maker's breath!
So be it.
I shall. Right away. Yes, of course. I'll do it.
Okay, done with you now!
Hurry.
Point me! Yes!
Let us end this! Alright, that's all it is then.
And I'm off. Going. Yes.
Run while you can.
What's going on? Ancestors. Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act.
I guess desperate times drive people to strange things. All right. Here,
Emperor's breath!
Not enough! It's
Yes!
Yes.
And I'm off.
I tried to be merciful!
It's enough!
Good to go!
Let's finish this.
All right. For the Grey Warden!
Force our hands! What now?
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Ozzamar to host your order. I am Vartak Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring? It would be hard not to notice the Grey Warden and his eclectic entourage. I hear you seek the aid of Ozzamar's finest. Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now, the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now. You must understand, Haramond hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper. That hurts worst of all. That Haramond would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however reputable that stranger might be. Haramond has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Haramond's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude. Haramond promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Haramond can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Haramond gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes. Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
The Assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions. Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in. Oh, Stone, you must be the Grey Warden. I completely forgot about the Gate Guard's message. Welcome to Ozzamar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne. Troubling, but it will still seem distant compared to the empty throne. The Assembly is blind to all else. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Verender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the Assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Don't think so.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Verender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. In an ordinary time, Lord Harrowmont would be honored to meet you. Unfortunately, we've already caught more than one of Balin's spies approaching Harrowmont under a pretense of friendship. So I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you. That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously. And unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
News of the hour. 2 more clans endorse Lord Balin.
Grey Warden arrives in Ozzamar, undoubtedly to offer...
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive? Of course. Wait, you want to talk about us? Is there something bothering you? Really? You think so? You're so sweet.
You must be under great strain with the blight upon the land.
I finished. What's next?
If you're looking for Lord Ulrich,
Allow me. I could do that for you. It's done.
Right.
It'll be 2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teach? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Ozzamar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman. Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled. Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branka. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino. Well, he killed Lord Mino's youngest son in a duel to first blood. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him. Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith, and Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation. If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again. So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
Who you looking at? I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection?
It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvie I'll get her money.
Jarvie is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well, looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Ozzamar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen. Whoa, whoa! All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. They used to be a problem only in Dusttown, but now they're in the commons, shaking honest men down for coin. I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
I'm wondering, Morrigan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
The Proving Grounds. Bloodsport entertainment for the masses, at its best.
Harrowmont's men are gonna get their beard handed.
Watch for Piotr Naidukin. He's won the squad combat 4 years running. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the one-season record. Front row seats at every grand proving since my father took me on his shoulders. Name's Varric. I got a controlling interest in a mine off the old Roost and Tig. But my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean. They change from round to round. Sometimes it's bare hands, sometimes weapons, sometimes pairs or squads. It's announced when the fight begins. That's about all the warning anyone gets. Sure. Like King Endrin was just a noble. A proving is a sacred art. Any dispute brought to the proving ground is settled by the ancestors' decision, and no one can protest it. Me? Are you out of your mind? I'm a miner, not a warrior. I'm telling you, Piotr will take the prize. You can put gold on it.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me? Well, that sounded genuine. If you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything. I am. So if you're not here to... How do you know who I am? Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other. She's married to a prominent Desher's heir. We should have stopped a long time ago, but I love her. Do you know what that's like? Now Balin found out, and I can't even help my cousin for fear he'll tell her husband. They have letters. Love letters Revelka wrote me. If they were made public, she'd be disgraced. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel. You'd do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. Balin's fighter Miaja has the letters. If you make sure she never shows them to anyone, I'll fight for Harrowmont again. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
This area is off limits. Combatants only. You want to talk? Enter the Proving. I speak with my blades.
allow me.
I could do that for you.
Just like you wanted. What now?
Ready.
Guards, remove this intruder.
This area is off limits. Combatants only. You want to talk? Enter the proving. I speak with my blades.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything. Where did you get those? No, I don't want to know. Just thank you. I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe. I will be glad to fight for Harrowmont in the provings. Thank you again, friend.
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before. Far be it from me to tell you your business, but you might want to take a closer look before you jump into local politics. Were I you, I'd follow my example. Resign and let Harrowmont fight his own battles. I'm Guidon, by the way. It's been a pleasure. I bet he did. That man thinks nothing is beneath him. Well, you could just tell him I had my reasons. It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harrowmont's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes. Oh? And where did you hear this that's more reliable than a member of the Assembly? Well, that's not what I expected. I know Lord Harrowmont. He's an upstanding man. He'd never lie to someone's face. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll... Maybe I will at that.
You looking at something?
Get out of here!
Fine to see you here, Warden. A number of people have told me they hope to see you in the provings. It's a rare opportunity to fight against someone so exotically trained. In fact, a few were hoping you'd take part in some informal action. Say the word and I'll line up a team from one of the younger houses. They don't often get a chance to test themselves in the provings. They're a hungry bunch who employ unusual tactics. Understand that there's no concern for fairness here. Your battles will be hard won. We've got some young fighters ready to go. This will be difficult, I assure you.
Why are we always attracted to danger?
Yes. At your order.
I go.
I am ready. So be it.
Here I am. And I'm on.
Direct me. So be it.
Saving the day. All right.
Ready!
Very well.
Violence is the solution. Sometimes. Come and get it!
Louis. Yes.
You should run while you can. Good to go.
Yes.
Let's end this.
All right.
Try to be merciful.
Good job, Warden. You've earned a portion of the receipts. Let me know if you want to go again. The younger houses are interested in unorthodox tactics. Many hire mercenaries to augment traditional strengths. Anything goes is a fair description. We give small payouts, maybe a bonus from time to time, but this isn't about money. It's about skill and the chance to show it. I'll be here.
What?
The proving will begin shortly. I'm sure you can find a place in the stands. Or were you here to take part in the fight? Well, that's a surprise. Never thought the Grey Wardens would take an interest in our king. Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed? We'll just call you Grey Warden, seeing as those human names are a real burr to pronounce. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start? Looks like Sewern's drawn first bout. He was one of the youngest champions ever. Beat his own father at 12 years old. All for the right to earn his battle status 2 years early. Are you ready to start? Come back soon. You'll be fighting the bout as soon as both fighters are ready.
Didn't I say I need to concentrate? There's plenty of time to congratulate me after the fight. So you're the Grey Warden? It's an honor, really a privilege. You hear so much about the Wardens. They say on the surface they're the only ones who fight Darkspawn, and everyone hails them as heroes, and... are you taking recruits? A Blight? Then that must mean you want recruits. I bet you're here to pick the best fighters. Am I right? If that's true, it must be because of the king. Believe me, dwarves know their duty in regards to Darkspawn. I promise, as soon as Balin's on the throne, you'll have as big an army as you need. I've fought most of them before, of course. Miaja and Lukejon are tricky. I learned the hard way. Lukejon is the one you have to watch out for. When Miaja gets all flashy with that hammer, you never see Lukejon stab you in the back. And Biotin's the best. I mean, he's an Idukan. I've never qualified to fight anyone of his rank before. Well, maybe we can talk after the match. You know, once you see me in action.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive? Of course. Wait, you want to talk about us? Is there something bothering you? Really? You think so? You're so sweet.
Good, you're back. Are you ready to fight? Remember, once the fight begins, the roster is final. No new additions are accepted, and all withdrawals are marked as losses. Go down to the ring, then. I'll be right there. This is the glory proving, fought under the eye of the Paragons of Ozzamar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Sewern of the Warrior Caste. Many of you remember when Sewern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Haramont's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Idukan and our future King Balin.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Let's do this quick, shall we?
The winner is the Grey Warden! That was an exciting start, Warden. Swearn is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent? Next, you're up against Miaja and Lukejan. As twins, they've always been allowed to fight as a single person. They're warrior caste, but their mother was a smith, so watch out for Miaja's hammer. And don't forget Lukejan. Most fighters do, and end up with a knife in their spine. Are you ready to begin? All right then, I'll see you out there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Ozzamar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round, Haramont's champion takes on the notorious duo, the warrior caste twin terrors, now fighting for Prince Balin, Miaja and Lukejan.
May the stone honor
you fall. First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! Well, that was an exciting bout. 2-on-1, and you took them both easily. Are you ready for your next opponent? Well, this bout should be quick and dirty. You'll be fighting Hanashan, one of the legendary Silent Sisters. She's a ferocious fighter and dedicated enough to cut out her own tongue. Are you ready to begin? All right then, I'll see you out there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Ozzamar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Haramont's champion has held the field so far, but how will he do against one of the legendary Silent Sisters? We'll find out as the Warden faces Lady Hanashan, who proves her worth to Paragon Ashtith the Grey by cutting out her own tongue. And to our Prince Balin by fighting in his name. First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is the Grey Warden! Haramont will be pleased, Warden. The Silent Sister support was a great boost for Balin. Are you ready for your next opponent? This should be a good match. You'll battle Wojek Ivo, master of all weapons, prisoner of none. He makes it a point never to use the same technique twice. Are you ready to begin? All right then, I'll see you out there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Ozzamar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round is paired combat. Just as Kiachet fought as King Bloodlick II, defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second. Master of all weapons, prisoner of none, Wojciech Ivo has never won the same way twice. What will he do today, lords and ladies? And will it win the day for Prince Balin? Grey Warden, choose your second, for you face Wojciech Ivo and Valan.
Your trust humbles me.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
And I'm off. Now this should be fun.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Wojciech Ivo is one of the best this arena has seen, Warden. Harrowmont picked wisely. Are you ready for your next opponent? This is the championship round. A full squad-on-squad combat. Piotr Naidukan leads the same team he's taken to victory in over a dozen Deep Roads expeditions. Are you ready to face the final test? Come back when you've picked your team. Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? The crowd is eager to see another victory. Go down to the ring then. I'll be right there. This is a glory proving. Fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Ozzamar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Only 2 warriors remain. Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Piotr Naidukan has led his team to triumph over every unit so far. Challenging him on behalf of Lord Harrowmont, the Grey Warden has risen from nothing to stand at the competition summit. Each will lead a full unit of 4 soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
Judgment is questioned. The throne will never leave House Ivo.
You honor me.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
Going. And I'm off. And I'm off. All right. Yes. Going.
Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? The crowd is eager to see another victory. Go down. This only challenge each.
You fight well, but your judgment is questioned.
You honor me.
Last.
Let's wipe them out. Time to go.
I fight for Harrimont!
Going. And I'm off. Going. And I'm off. Yes. All right.
For my mother!
And I'm off. All right.
The ancestors watch over me!
Yes. And I'm off. All right. Someone tell them to stop hitting me. Yes. Take that! How about you then? How amusing. Oh, look, it wasn't like. And I'm off. Yes. Going. And I'm off. If you insist.
I'll get you!
down to... This... Oh... Eat!
You fight well, but your judgment is...
Yes. All right.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Congratulations! You defeated the man Prince Trian himself once called the Horns of my army. Do you deny this Grey Warden has earned the championship? Then it is my honor to declare this Grey Warden champion of the Proving, who has shown that the ancestors favor Lord Harrowmont. Through this day, we affirm the friendship between our city and your order.
You showed them. The ancestors are smiling on Lord Harrowmont today.
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight.